So now, karibu to Algoa Cinema. Now today, I'm going to touch on something that is coming up. I think there's a few videos in. I think there's the Kenya Film and Television Producers Association. Is collaborated with the Kenya Film Classification Board. So they have this, they're calling it a summit about the state of the Kenya film industry. Now, I guess somebody has to talk about it. I think on this channel, we've already started. But I will be attending this event to see exactly where their minds are at. Admittedly, we've had many of such events. There have been many, and among those many events, what came out was the empowerment grants by the Kenya Film Commission, but this is by the Kenya Film Classification Board with this association. It's a film industry, I guess, association for producers. So, being a producer, I will be availing myself here to hear what people say. And I think it's also important when such things happen that we go there and then have our say, because a lot of the times when these big events happen, especially the government institutions, whoever gets to go there gets to have their way, at least their say, at least whatever they wish to be done. At least one of those things might be done, because there has been a lot of inconsistency in how these things happen. So the event is there by the Kenya Film and Television Producers Association. So I will be, I personally don't belong to any group. I think probably I'll join this one and see how that goes. But me, I'm an independent, so where I lean mostly is on being an independent producer. Nonetheless, we shall be there to see what's in it for. At least I hope they are able to diagnose the problems properly. So that is one small, piece of information I want to put there. But more important, somebody had asked me on one of the videos, on a comment there, that something I wanted to address today, just about 5 minutes or so, just to put the information out there, because it seems while we are in this industry, so many people don't understand the opportunities that exist in the industry, the jobs, the business opportunities and whatnot. So I'm going to break down a bit of that and maybe give my opinion on how best you can go about exploiting those opportunities. So now, as you know, for the film, when you're producing a film, because that's how you break down what you need, who you need. We have the different departments now, from directors, the producers, directors of photography or camera unit, to costumes, props, lighting, gaffer, name it. Now, these many departments, all of them will be populated with people, of course, who have the skill and the talent for that. That is one aspect where, if you want to get in, you choose what department you're best suited. Sometimes it's just going in there and trying as many of these departments to see where you're best suited. Most of those departments, you don't need like a special talent, like a writing talent or an acting talent or something like that to be part of. Some of those tasks are actually technical jobs, like lighting. Although there is some artistic aspects of that, they're usually directed by someone else. But being a technician, a lighting technician, an electrician, will give you sort of the base information on how to be, say, a lighting gaffer or something like that. So if you're talking about costumes, these are tailors, they are designers, all those people. If you're talking about a camera unit, you have the cameraman, you have the camera hire itself, you have lighting and all those things, you have lenses, you have all these departments you can make money off. Either you have your own equipment, which you're hiring out, or you're getting paid to do those tasks. So if you're going to, because I'm going to put this list now of the departments right there on the side over here, so that you can look at, generally speaking, what the departments that exist, and especially in Kenya. If I give you an example of, say, catering. You see, catering is used in so many other things, but also in film, of course. So if you're a caterer, you can also find opportunities in the film industry. Admittedly, right now, because we have very few productions in film, they are not consistent, and that's why really the consistency of having regular films out there creates that pipeline of production, so that people understand, let me optimize for film, let me optimize for this department, let me optimize for this. But you can't really do that when you maybe expect one film a year or two films a year. That is not sufficient to give enough business to all the people, from the cast to the crew. Basically, we can generally put all the people involved in that, and the suppliers to the film sets, props. If you are good, if you can make props, the things that are needed. Somebody say wants a certain type of weapon, maybe, and they need you to make something like that. So if you're an artisan of that sort, you'll find you'll have those opportunities. But generally speaking, right now, what is paramount is being able to produce more. So that if you are looking at, say, what we do here at 3D Africa, us guys, we are in sci-fi, fantasy, and whatnot. Also in that world, we have people model, you have people do effects, you have people do sound, all those things, creating environments, 3D worlds, and all that. So even in that, you find the different departments of producing, say, this sci-fi fantasy content has a lot of opportunities, although more in the technical side and being able to create these worlds. But that is to touch on that. So as you're seeing, I'm talking, all the departments are going there, and the people that are under there, that, to look at the different departments and the number of people, that are involved, and where you can slot yourself. Sometimes you can do multiple tasks. So at the moment, really, what we need is for you to get online, get to learn, go out there, practice, do as much as you can, so that when the opportunity does come, because they will, the opportunities, you always have work. So they know that, hey, the person who did because right now I've seen there's I can't remember his name, but they're doing stunts, like, for action. That's also a big industry. If you're very athletic, if you're a gymnast, or you're a fighter or something like that, this is areas that you can feel. You can come in, teach actors, do stunts yourself, like a double on sets or things like that. So there's a lot that needs to be explored. But more important, you need to learn it first, get on with the learning, so that when the opportunities come, you step in and you crush it every time. Sawa sawa. Otherwise, subscribe, like, share, and until next time.